Well. Hello, everybody out there in social media land. We are here again on another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. And that is moi. Yes, that is moi. So I want to say to you, welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode. This is a platform for you. This is where we say, bring in your story, bring in your work in progress, so we can build together, create together, grow together, but most of all, support each other. Yeah. Because when we support each other, you see that we will grow. When we support each other, you see how stronger we will be. The more we are together, the stronger we are. And the more we are apart, the weaker we are. So let's get this together, that we're going to come to a place of consciousness where we realize that nobody is strong by themselves. So let us understand this, that we need each other. So when we're making decisions, we have to be very conscious that the decision that we're making, they are affecting the space that we're in. Every single thing that we do, they affect the space that we're in. So we got to understand this, that no decision that we make is for us. No, we don't make single decision. Every single decision that we make is going to affect somebody else. So let us be very much aware of our thoughts. Let's very much be aware of our speaking. Let us very much be aware of our presence and where we go into space and how we take up space and why we're taking up space and what we are doing, how it's affecting somebody else. You see, oftentimes we see and do things selfishly. But what is that solving? It's solving nothing, nada, none, nada. It's solving nothing at all. So it's very important that we do not have this selfish mentality. You know, I realize that some people can be wealthy, but they have a poor mentality. I don't know. If I don't see this, let me just inform you. Some people can be wealthy, but they have a poor mentality. Some people can be kind, but they have a hatred mentality. So we want to have a balanced mentality, right? We want to be balanced. And when we balance, that is how we know that whatever we are doing, it is affecting somebody else. So with that said, I just want to welcome you all to this session here. Yes, I just want to welcome you all to tonight's live session where we are going to go into how we peel off, some prunes. Anybody know prunes? I don't like prune. I like raisin. But it's the same family. Prune, raisin, cranberry, all of them come from the same family. So tonight we are going to build some strategic way of how we are going to peel off some layers and get to the core of something, because when we work from the core, we will understand that the very decision that we make to make the first step into the core, it is going to make a difference, not only to you, but to somebody else. Every decision that we make is going to affect somebody else, right? So we want to work from the core. And I oftentimes talk about farmers. Why? Because I'm from a farmer's background. My parents are farmers. I grew up on the farm. So oftentimes I will relate farming to whatever I am saying. Whatever I am teaching here, I use the analogy of farming. So if you're new here, you will know tonight that we always come in and I use the analogy of farming, because it is very important. It's the same concept. Farming is the same concept to life. Life comes, life goes. Farming comes, farming goes. Farming say plant a seed, life say plant a seed. So it is the same exact concept. And we got to understand that the concept applies to every last one of us. So with that said, I want to say to you, welcome to this session here. It is Tuesday and Wednesday. God is so good that He just give us buy one, get one free day. You get 2 days for the price of one. So what are we doing in those 2 days for the price of one? Let us make some positive impact. Let us think positive, do positive things, and just be kind, love, be peaceful, be gentle, have compassion, and just share. So let us go into this. Let us roll into the episode here. Listen. If this is your first time tuning in, you never heard of the Question Live Show before, never heard of Verona Willis-Brown before, never heard of the All You Free Enough platform before, I want to say to you, welcome, a warm welcome to you, a virtual hug to you. So if you are watching this right now and it's live, I want to say to you, welcome. All I ask you to do is just go over to that side, to that section, and wave to me. Put in the comment section that it is your first time tuning in, so you can get a special welcome. Yes, I like when I see new people come on in. Why? Because you are now considered the new child, the new baby of the family. We are one family right here. And know you're considered a newbie. So when you're the newbie, don't feel no way. We love the newbies. Just like when a new baby comes, just like when you change your new hairstyle, just when you get something new, just when you have new jewelry, you get excited. So I get really, really excited when I see a newbie. Now, for those who are tuning in for the second, third, fourth, anytime after the first, you are a returning audience. Absolutely. And if you are a returning audience, I would like to welcome you just the same. But of course, newbie gets special welcome. So I like to welcome you. Right? And you know what time is it after this? Returning audience. You know what happened at this point. At this point is where we go into the rules. Newbies, this is for you. We do have some rules here. Yes, we do. We do have some rules here. No, you don't you worry. No, when I say rules, I don't talk about let your heart go flat or your mind go scatter because I say rules. Rules are everywhere we go. Whether you come to my house, you go to church, you go to school, you go to mass, you go to the temple, you go to the synagogue, you just go around the entire world. There are rules. Some we make, some we break, some we abide by, some we like, whatever. It doesn't matter. But here on the Question Live Show, we do have a few of them. How many you may ask? There are only 5 of them. 5 rules. We call them house rule here. Yes, indeed, house rule. Please abide by some, abide by none. Hey, it's up to you. We don't judge nobody up in here. You want to abide by 1, go ahead. By 5, you go ahead. That is up to you and your decision. No, I don't judge you. So what are they? Let's go over them really quick. first one is, this goes for newbie as well as returning audience. If you are watching this and you see the word live, or if you type it or you wave to me in the comment section, and I acknowledge you by saying I see you, and how I see you, by spotlighting your name on the screen. If I spotlight your name on the screen, simply means you are in the live audience. And if you are in the live audience, all I ask you to do is just go over there in the middle, right there. You see the share button? Please click that share button and invite somebody else to come on in and dine with us. Yes, dine with us. You see, the live is like getting yummy, fresh food that just come out of the oven or off the stove, the one that your mama cook or somebody cook that know it's your favorite meal. Because if it's your favorite meal, that simply means it tastes so good. Yes, it tastes good. And because it tastes so good, you will like to share it. See, maybe you don't know, but we do share unconsciously. Subconsciously, we do share. We share with the flies, the roach, the rat, the dog, the cat, the birds, the worms. We share. So what happened? Please click the share button and share. Now, if you are watching this and you don't see live anywhere, or you don't see me spotlighting your name on the screen, most likely you're watching the replay. And if you're watching the replay, all I ask you to do is the same thing. Go over there in the middle. You are going to see the share button. Please click the share button and invite somebody else to come on in and dine with you. Yes. You see, sometimes it's just not good to eat alone. And you see, the replay is just hashtag replay. And you see, when you hashtag replay, let me tell you, the replay is like getting leftover food. Food that cooked twice as nice. Yes. So you would like to share something that you get twice as nice. You see, oftentimes we hear this, sharing is caring, but no, we get so used to saying that we send it so fluidly, and we get so used to that because it just sounds so cliche, and because it's so fluid, it's cliche. Oh, sharing is caring. No, let me tell you something tonight. Sharing is not just caring. Sharing is a part of our DNA, and caring is a part of our DNA as well. So what we want to do, we want to get sharing, caring, put them together and ignite them so they could have a whole big family right there. When we share, we care. When we care, we share. And you see, let me tell you something, the world needs sharers and carers. So when we put that together, we want to create a whole galaxy of great people sharing and caring. Because the world needs people to care and the world needs people to share. So whatever is it that you have to share, please, by all means, it could be just a smile. It could be just a compliment. It just could be saying, hello. It could be just saying, I see you. Share your space, share your love, share your peace, share your talent, share your gifts, and let's go get it done, because our whole purpose is to replenish the earth. And we want to replenish the earth with sharers and carers. So let us become great carers of the world. Because why? We have greatness inside of us. And because we have greatness inside of us, we are operating from our inside out. Thank you. So let us go. Let us go into our next rule. Our next rule is grab yourself something to write with. Whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, whatever it is. It could be a color pencil. Maybe it is a piece of feather. If it's a piece of feather, you need some paint, some ink to dip it in and to scrabble away. Where would you like to do that? In a notebook or a piece of paper. Now, if you don't have all of that, that is fine. You just go on your device, your electronic device, go on there, find a section there. It's called a blank section. It is a notepad section, honey. Go on there and utilize it. That's why they put it there. They did not put it there because they didn't have nothing to do. Use up that blank page. Utilize that page and write down your notes. And when you're watching me, because of course you're watching me on an electronic device, you're not in the studio with me, so you're watching me. And you have another one that you have somewhere called your cell phone. Yes, your cell phone. Use your cell phone. Go in your cell phone, open it, go in there, scroll in there, and you are going to find a blank section in there as well. Utilize it. Again, that's the reason why they put it in your cell phone, for you to take notes in there. It's called a notepad. Now, if you don't have any notepad section in none of your devices, that is fine. Somehow you have texting. You're going to go on your phone. You're going to text back to yourself. Text back to yourself. Absolutely. Now you must be questioning, Verona, what is it that you are telling us to write down and text back to ourselves? Good. As your host, I am responsible to answer your question. So what is it that I am telling you to write down? Well, let me go over it. You see right here on the Question Live Show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down for several reasons. When we write things down, we are extracting the very thoughts out of our head. We are putting them on paper, and now the paper is looking back at us, because those words can't go nowhere. They're looking back at us, and those now become reality. We want to take our dreams, our goals, our thoughts, and let them become reality. We want to manifest them into reality. We just don't want to go on thinking and dreaming. No, absolutely not. We don't want to do that. So write your thoughts out, put them on paper, and let those words look back at you, because no, you can't go nowhere. Another reason why I said to write things down is because here, when you write one word, that one word equal to sentences and sentences and sentences. And those sentences equal to paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. And those paragraphs transfer into pages and pages and pages. And as a result of all those pages, you might just end up with a book. And not only that you end up with a book, you might just become the next published author. You see, we as writers, we like to write our own stories, and then we attempt to write yours, but it's not as effective as you writing your own story. Why? Because we all have story deep down inside of us, and I'm here to encourage you to extract those stories and bring them to surface. Because why? It might just be a strategic way for somebody to get through something, or it just might add to a solution for somebody to smooth out a situation or a circumstance. So we want to utilize our story for somebody else, because believe me, somebody is waiting for your story. Why? It might just add strength to them. It might just give them boldness to, like, hey, I'm not by myself. Oftentimes we believe that we are by ourselves. Oftentimes we believe that nobody understands our story. Oftentimes we believe that our story, ain't nobody been through all that we went through. So no, when we speak of our story, when we talk about our story, it will give strength to somebody else. So yes, indeed, get those stories out, Even if you don't want to publish your story, that is fine too. Listen, write it out of your system and be free. So we talk about solution. So let's go to the next rule. Oh, mine is almost finished. The next rule is grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, juice, soda, whatever. You might be sucking a popsicle right now, or you might be having smoothie, shake, porridge, soup, broth. Whatever is it that you're drinking, that is fine by me. Just put in the comment section that you are drinking something. Now, you don't got to tell me what is it that you're drinking. That is up to you. Because that's none of my business, whatever it is that you're drinking. The reason why I am telling you to put that you're drinking something, because here on the Question Live Show, we like to celebrate. So whether it's your small win, your big win, your medium win, whatever it is that you win, we like to celebrate you. So right now, if it is your birthday, your anniversary, spouse, partner, whoever birthday, maybe somebody went to school, maybe somebody got proposed to, maybe somebody met somebody, maybe somebody just had a baby, maybe somebody found out they're having a baby, maybe you develop yourself a little bit more. Or, maybe you went back to school. Maybe you wrote something down. Maybe you said, hey, let me get into my thoughts and extract my thoughts out of my head. And you wrote something down. Maybe you wrote one of the golden nuggets that we drop here. That is it. Just put in the comment section. Maybe your culture is celebrating something. Maybe your country is celebrating something. We would like to celebrate with you. Yes, indeed. So whatever you're drinking from, a bowl, a bottle, a cup, a spoon, whatever it is, I say, come on in so we can lift it together and we say, cheers, 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 cheers. Cheers. When we celebrate each other, it is a form of support. And that is the whole purpose of us in this life, is to support each other. No one can stand alone. Absolutely not. No one can succeed by themselves either. So let us get this together. Let us get this together. Now, with that said, with all that drinking, if you need to use the bathroom, whether it's to the right, to the left, wherever your bathroom is located, go now and then come back and grab your seat right here in the Question Live Show. Why? Because your seat is reserved. Your seat is reserved with your name on it. And not only your name, but your intention, your expectation, your goals, your gifts, your talent, your passion, your purpose, your destiny is sitting there with greatness bundled up inside of it. But if you decide to give up your seat, that is up to you. Because that's like giving up your birthright. But you see, we're not in the business of giving up our birthright. We're in the business of coming together, building together, growing together. So what we can create a whole galaxy of people creating great stuff and making great impact. We should get up every day with the intention to make great impact upon this earth. So therefore, we will not give up our seat. But listen to me, ladies. If you are outside, because everywhere we go, there's always a line to our bathroom. I just can't get it. I can't get it. Why there's always a line to our bathroom? Come on, ladies, we got to do better than this. Pee and go. Okay? There's always a line to our bathroom. But if you are outside right now and there's a line and you're standing in line to use the bathroom and you need to get back to the show, just go over the side and say, excuse me, can I use the bathroom? Use the other bathroom, and then you're going to come right back. But if you get here and get crowded, you can't find your seat, that's fine. Stand in position or put your bottom on the floor. Why? Because there's always a position for you to fill. Why would I say that? Because you see, we are all on a journey called life, and we all want to build a success story. And because we all want to build a success story, let me tell you something. There's always a position for you to fill, darling, because nobody can succeed by themselves. Absolutely nobody. Whether you're the president, the prime minister, the mayor, the governor, teacher, student, nobody can succeed by themselves. So we need to come together. We need to work together. We need to adjust our mentality and know that, get out of that selfish mentality and know that nobody can make it. It doesn't matter what position you're in right now, whether you're the wealthiest woman in the world, the wealthiest man in the world, you didn't get there by yourself. So therefore, lend a hand, give a hand, lend a space, give a space. Whatever it is, we gotta support each other. Together, we are stronger. We gotta understand this concept. It is just plain and simple. Together, we are stronger. So we gotta learn this message and learn it well, that we need each other. Whether you're a student or a teacher, we need each other. Let me tell you something. We come here as student and teacher at the same time, because a student and a teacher got the same intention, and that is to live, to learn, and to teach and to grow. So let us understand that we are students and teachers at the same time. So we must have the same intention to learn something. And when we learn something, we must have the intention to teach it to somebody else. So we all could grow. We are not going to grow on the same pace and the same level, but we all going to grow. So let us adjust our mentality and set our mind on the very things called growth, and called strength, and called support, and called success. Thank you. Now, with that said, let us go into, listen, even though I mentioned all those things that you're supposed to be drinking, I like to recommend that you drink water. Please drink water. Why? Water quench your thirst, it flushes your body of toxins, and it flourishes the skin. So drink up your water. And let me tell you something, I like to show up with my bottle of water, cup of water, glass of water, because why? I met somebody named Jesus. I need to turn water into wine, darling. So I don't know what will happen to my water every time I show up here. But let me tell you something. You don't got to expect your water to turn into wine. But every day you get up, please get up with a mentality, with expectation to be great, to expect a miracle. Whatever area you need a miracle, expect that miracle every day. Expand your expectation to receive that miracle every day. Might not be your water, but it might be something else. It might be your finance. It might be your health. It might be something else. So expect a miracle every day. So with that said, let us go into our tiny rule. It says that if I say something here and it resonates with you, whether it touch your heart or your mind, put in the comment section yes. Yes simply mean that you are following. Yes simply mean that you are here with me. We are aligning together and we are on this path, this journey together. So when I look over there and I see yes, it is saying to me that you are following the conversation. Why? Because this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue, which is a conversation between you and I. So when I see yes, it is saying, all right, you are corresponding with me. So let us work together. Work together. And another reason why I like to tell you to drink something, because you see, all of that, I am doing all the talking back here. I'm doing all the talking, and I'm not going to stop to drink anything, to sip, because I might sip, and I have to get up to go use the bathroom. So just drink on my behalf. And when you drink on my behalf, it is a form of support that I appreciate. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for drinking on my behalf. And thank you so much for being here. So with that said, I don't know what you do that. So with that said, let me go over into the audience and welcome those who are over in the audience. I see Sharon. Sharon's up front. Sharon, listen, I'm up front. I got a VIP ticket and she up front. She's in the front row. Okay, she's in the front row. She's like, listen, I'm here. I am present. Welcome, Sharon. Welcome. Yes, indeed. Welcome, you are welcome, yes indeed. And I see my sister Nadu. Welcome. She got a VIP ticket too. Look, she got a VIP ticket. She like, listen, I'm in the front row. I'm up front. I'm right here. I am ready to get up in here. Yes, indeed. Some people have multiple faces. You can say that again, honey. Let me tell you, some people wear camouflage. Camouflage, and they wear masks, honey. They wear masks. And when they wear masks, when you take off that mask, it's a whole different person. You're like, woo! We're not doing that. We want to be real. We want to be authentic people. We want to show up in our authentic self. Okay, and that is the whole purpose of us here, for me to encourage you to get inside your authentic self and bring it out. Bring out your authentic self, darling. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Paulette in the house. I got my VIP ticket. She's up in the front row. People, the front row is filling up. It is filling up. I want to welcome you. Welcome. Front row is filling up. So we rolling down the river. Rolling, right? We're not going down the river. We're just rolling. Yes, we are rolling with the VIPers over here. If you didn't know that VIPers is a word, you're going to learn it tonight. VIPers is a word. We just created that, and that's okay. You can create whatever word you want. Now, newbies, let me talk to the newbies for a second. Newbies, can you see anybody went to the bathroom and they're taking a long time? We're not waiting for them. We're not waiting for them because life don't wait for us. Newbies, let me tell you something. Don't feel shy. Don't feel shy that you're sitting there and you don't want to say hi to us, okay? We would like for you to say hi, wave to us, say hello, I'm present. In school, they call us and we're like, hey, I'm present. Be present, okay? Don't be back there just like peeping in or something. Or maybe you feel shy, but sometimes I do get shy. Sometimes I do get shy. So let me tell you something. If you're feeling some way shy, that is okay. We have no judgment here. We don't judge you according to how you feel. We don't judge you according to how you show up. You show up, that is how you show up, okay? We're not judging you. But if you look in the comment section, you see that we greet each other. That simply means that we are one big family. So we would like to welcome you to come on in and don't just sit back there and it's like, ooh, come on in so we can welcome you in the family just like a new baby. Welcome. We got auntie and uncles and mommy and daddies and sister and all that stuff. Come on in. Yes, indeed. So tonight, let me tell you, I want to talk about this really quick. I want to talk about this. First of all, y'all notice my lip gloss. I want to talk about this lip gloss. Usually I talk about my earring, but before I go into something, I want to talk about this lip gloss. This lip gloss came. If y'all see my nice little lip gloss, I just want to make sure that y'all see my lip gloss. This lip gloss came from Mary Kay. Can y'all see my Mary Kay thingy? Oh wait, I don't know if y'all can see it. My lip gloss came from Mary Kay right there, right there. This lip gloss is so. And look, I don't ask me what color it is, but it's just nice. But anywho, if y'all need some Mary Kay, Paula is right there in the comment, in the whatever that chat, in the chat. Yeah, Paula is over there. Yes, she said Mary Kay, and I got this lovely lip gloss. Look, all natural color. You know, sometimes I don't like too much color. I like to be, you know, real natural. I like to keep my complexion and everything natural. So my color that came in right in here, you know, it's a natural color for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a natural color. But not all that is a natural color. Not all that is a natural color now. It got a little sparkle in it. Mm-hmm. You got a little glitter. It got a little glitter up in there, right? Got a little glitter up in there. So that's why I like it. So even though it just come on into my lip and it blend down into my little complexion here, it gives me a little glitter. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. So I want to thank you, Paula. Thank you for that. Oh, it's called what? Oh, Lord of mercy. It's called Beach Bronze, honey. Hello, baby. Hello. It's called Beach Bronze. I feel like I need to take this thing and put it on my skin. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to take it and wipe it on my skin when I'm going to the beach. You know, hello, that's an idea. Just drop you an idea. You know, I might take it, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to put it on your lip because you want to have your lip popping a little bit more. That's fine. But you might want to take it and give yourself a little shimmer. You go down the beach because it's called Beach Bronze. So you might want to take it and put it on your skin, you know, give your little skin a little glitter, shimmery, bronzy looky. You know what I'm saying? I like to use up one thing for many things. I don't take one thing and just use it for what it was intended for. Because anything that you have, you can use for something else. Mix and mingle. Yes, indeed. That's why I like when people come on up in here with mix and mingle. So yes, indeed, it's called Beach Bronze. Beach Bronze, yes. Very lovely, very lovely. Where you don't want to be all loud, you know, just want a little thing on the lip. So with that said, much with that said about my lip gloss and all that stuff. Let's talk about tonight's topic. Tonight's topic says strategic way how to peel a prune. I don't like prune. Right. I don't like prune. I would eat some raisin or some cranberries or something, but I don't like prune. You see, you have some people who love prune, and sometimes the doctor recommends for you to have prune because it is good fiber, I believe. You know, it gives good fiber. But I don't like prune. I don't like prune at all. Right. So but there's a strategic way, you know. Sometimes they tell you for you to eat prune, you don't peel the prune off. You just take the prune and you just like take it out and you just like yum 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 and you just eat it right on up, right? So when I say there's a strategic way to peel a prune, honey, yes, because you know a prune. When you look at a prune, inside of the prune there's a little seed in there. Like you have the raisin, the prune, you have the what's the other family? Maybe the cranberry. There are a few of them up in the family, okay? There are a few of them up in the family. And because there are a few of them up in the family, I'll go with the one that is easier for me to eat. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all that peeling stuff, whatever. Listen, nutrients is in the skin. That's number one. But tonight we're going to do a little layering off, peeling a little layer off. Because the reason why I use prune, because prune is like this, right? Prune is like this. And inside of the prune, we want to go into the core of that prune. We want to go in there. We want to get in there. And that is what we want to do. We want to go into the core of our being. When we go into the core of our being is where we're going to lift some layer, until we find that one seed. Why? Because we started out with a seed. Everything that we do in this life, it started out as a seed. I mentioned I like to use my farmer's background because every single thing that we do is a seed. We plant the seed, we till the ground, we water the seed, we wait for the seed to start sprouting up, and then what happened? Here comes the big sickness. It's no longer a seed because no, it took root and started springing up. So now it start having a sprout, and then all of a sudden, voila. What happened? We end up with a tree. We end up with a fruit. We end up with branches. We end up with so many things from a seed. So we want to get to the core level, like we are peeling a prune. So we want to peel off some layers. And when we peel off some layers, we want to get into our genus mentality because we're all born as genuses. We were all born with brilliancy. And because we were born with brilliancy, what happened? We got to utilize that brilliancy. We want to get in there. We want to tap into our genus. And we want to produce as genus is, because that is what we were created as. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Sharon. Sharon is like, listen, my seed is right here. My seed is reserved. She's like, I might be late, but hello, put up your little finger, your church finger, and roll on into your seed, honey. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Yes, welcome. So we want to get into the core because that is how we operate. When you see a fruit, let me tell you something. I don't like to eat a fruit that don't have seed. You see what I'm saying? I'm very skeptical with that. You know what I'm saying? Why you don't have no seed? Because every single fruit got to have a seed somewhere, like seedless grape. Like why the seed? Why there's a seedless grape? You see, but that's none of my business. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to play with that. You see what I'm saying? You must have a seed. Everywhere there's a seed. Just as us human beings, when we are creating a child, what happened? It's from a little dot, a little thing that fertilized somewhere. That, and then what happened? When we gave birth, what they start calling our children? The fruit, the seed, the seed. They start calling our children the seed. Oh, that's my seed. So a seed is very important that we understand. A seed is very important. So we want to operate from that seed level, right? And when we're operating from that seed level, we want to go into some strategic way of how we are going to operate from that seed level. Why? Every single day we get up, we are getting up with a seed, or two, or three, or five. What are those seeds? Those seeds are the very thoughts that are going into our system. They're in our mind, they're in our heart. We're operating heart and mind. Heart and mind. That seed got planted. We wake up, we're like, oh, I got an idea. That is the seed. I got an idea of how I'm going to do this. That is the seed. Because God dropped a seed into your spirit and he said, let's go with that seed. Now, when we get those seeds, what are the things that we are going to do? We got to attend to it because your seed, consider your seed as a goal. Right? Consider your seed as a goal or an intention or an expectation. So we're going to use three. An expectation, goals, or intention. Those are considered a seed. So you get up with a mentality that I expect. You get up with a mentality that these are my goals. I get up with the intention. This is what I intended to do. When we start saying these language, things will manifest a little bit more because now you're getting into the core of the very thing. So when we peel off, we want to get down to the nitty-gritty, right there to the seed. Seeds come in three. I just named only three. We can go over more another time, but tonight we're just going to go with the intention, the expectation, and the goals. Those are your seeds. Get up. What are my goals today? What are my intention? What are my expectations? You write them down. But how do we do this? When we're having a goal, we are going to tend to the goal. Just the same way a farmer tend to the seed. The farmer go and the farmer say, I want to plant a seed right here. And the farmer go and say, this is the perfect place for me to plant a seed. You know the spot. So what happened with our mentality? We got to know the spot that we are going at. We got to know where we are planting the seed. Farmer plant the seed. There goes the seed. I see the orange seed, a grapefruit seed, an apple seed, a grape seed, and the farmer planted a carrot seed, planted a turnip seed, planted a potato. Everything is planted right there in the ground. But before we plant the seed, we got to make sure that the ground, which is our temple, is fertilized. It is still. We want to work on that. So we want to plant that seed. Expectation, exact. Newbies, pay attention. We're right. We have great note takers over here. Okay, so if you don't have your writing tools, go over there and you'll see that we are having great note takers over there. Intention, expectation, and goal. Those are the first three things that we want to work on. Till that goal, get in there. Till that goal, get in there. Get in there. Work on that goal. Write those goals down. Make sure those goals are realistic goals. Over there, I don't want to set a 20-year goal. I want to set a 3-year goal. I want to set a 1-year goal. I want to set a 5-year goal. Those are the things that we want to put in place. So when we do this, okay, a 3-year plan. When we set a goal, 3 years, 2 years, maybe for the next 2 months. Goal for the next 2 months. What is it that goal is? Now, when we have the goal, what are my intentions toward that goal for the next 2 months? What am I expecting out of this goal for the next 2 months? We are rolling out of October, people. We are rolling out of October. What are the expectations? So we want to have that goal in place. The goal is the seed. Intention, expectation, and goal. So let us make note of those three. Let us make note of them. When we are setting goals, what will happen? We want to be ambitious. You see, growing up, they're like, have ambition. They're like, oh, you don't have no ambition. Oh, you must have ambition. They say this all the time. Parents tell the children, have ambition, have ambition. And then when nobody don't want to do anything, they're like, you don't have no ambition. Be ambitious, because when you be ambitious, you are tapping into your greatness. When we tap into our greatness, what will happen? We will utilize the genius mentality that we have, the brilliancy that we have, the smart that we have to tap into the goal. Because now here goes that seed. This is the seed sitting here. So our intention is to till that seed. Get in there, honey. Get in there. Water up that seed, and wait. So when we do that, what will happen? We will know that we are going to expect something. Because what? We planted the seed. So we got to be ambitious. Have some form of ambition. Have some form of intention. Have some form of goal. Plan something. Today, I'm going to plan to go on the farm to water the seed. I remember where I planted, so I'm going to go there. I'm going to pour some water in there. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to till the ground. I'm going to make sure that, nothing didn't go in there. No scavenger didn't go in there and start eating up my seed. Be ambitious. Don't just sit there with a lazy mentality. Be ambitious. Genius are not lazy, okay? Let's get this together. Genius get in and genius take action. Be ambitious. Get in there. And the next thing is be consistent. Be consistent. You're on the farm. You lay your ground down. You know your ground. You lay your seed down and you sit there. And when you sit there, if you have an intention, okay, I'm going to till the ground today. I'm going to water my seed today. And now tomorrow you don't water the seed. Next day you don't do nothing. Nope. You got to be consistent. Listen, when you are not consistent, what happened? Ain't nothing going to happen, but the scavenger going to come and take up your seed. You're not paying attention to the seed anymore. Without a seed, we cannot expect a harvest. Absolutely, Sharon, absolutely. What is it that you are expecting? That is why we have intention, expectation, and goals. Because when you sit there, you plant that seed, you expect something to grow from that seed. Something got to sprout up from that seed. Why? Because now you're going to be ambitious. You're going to be consistent. You're going to be consistent. and you're going to till the ground. And when you till the ground, you're going to see these are the things that you are going to expect, because now your expectation going to expand, because I am doing these things. I am doing these things. You are going to trust the fact that you plant the seed and you're getting ready to reap something. So absolutely, you can't expect a harvest. How could you reap an harvest if you did not plant anything? I call that stealing. You become a scavenger when you're reaping something that you did not plant, especially when you're reaping from somebody. You didn't do anything. You did not water it. You didn't help water it. You didn't help plant it. You didn't help till the ground. You didn't do nothing. But you are reaping my harvest. No, honey, you can't reap my harvest because I am the one that did all of that. You can't just, because now when you come to reap from my harvest, when you come try to take from my harvest, that God didn't send it to take from my harvest. God didn't allow me to share with you, because sometimes we got to share. You know what I'm saying? We are sharers. But when you're coming, not doing anything, but you're coming to take from my harvest, it is called being a scavenger. You're now having a scavenger mentality. You got to do something. Without a seed, we cannot expect an harvest. So we got to get in there, till the ground, water the ground, by being consistent and by being ambitious. Then we got to get into a lovely little heart in there. We got to get into a lovely little heart, and we got to drop some things from our heart. We got to let go some stuff out of our heart. And when we let go some stuff out of our heart, it's called resentment. It's called forgiveness. Unforgiveness. We got to let go some little minor things, some little minor hurt and pains. We got to let those things go so we can expect a nice big harvest. Because oftentimes we don't till our heart, but we want something. Out of the heart speaks, and out of the heart receive. Okay? Out of the heart. So somebody step on your toes, and then like, oh, you step on my toe from 20 years ago. Step on the toes from 20 years ago, and we are not letting that pain go. Also, that seed needs nurturing. Exactly. So that's how you need to be consistent. Because if you don't nurture that plant by being consistent, what will happen? The seed might just sit right there. You're not nurturing it. You're not watering it. You're not tilling it. You're not digging up the ground. You're not doing nothing. The seed gonna dry up. And who's gonna be right there? Who's gonna sit there crying? The person who planted. So let us nurture. Let us nurture the very things that we plant. Every day we get up, we gotta be consistent with that seed. The seed is planted. You see what God did? Let me tell you something. And say it already. We are operating from our inside. What God did, God planted a seed inside of us. It's called gifts and talents. Yeah, it's called gifts. Gifts are woven onto our DNA. Okay? It is on our DNA. Just like sharing and caring is on our DNA. It is not a cliche thing. It is on our DNA. God put a seed in there, a seed or two, and that's why we are geniuses. Because a seed got planted, and he said, okay, let me see what you're going to do with the seed that I gave you. That's what God is saying. And God is sitting back and he's like, I just gave you the seed to produce this. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? When you sit there and we abandon our very dreams, it's because we are abandoning the very seed that God put in us. So no, we got to be consistent. We got to be consistent. Because we want results. We want great results. And if we want great results, what is it that we are going to do? Just sit there and don't do nothing? We got to show up and we got to take action. Go back on the farm. You see the farm there. You remember where you plant the seed. Okay, today my goals are. Today my intentions are. Today my expectations are. Tomorrow what happened? You're going to come back in the same spot. And you're going to see how you're tapping into intention, expectations, and goals. That is how you nurture that seed. That is how you nurture the very gifts that are in you. When we nurture the very gifts that are in us, you will see that life move a little bit smoother. And then we don't get anxious. We don't get nervous. We want to put on the coat. And I talk about the coat of confidence all the time. We talk about that all the time. We want to put on that coat of confidence. And we want to say, listen, that's my seed. Because now listen to me. When we have children, we're like, that's my seed. What is it? You got to feed your children. We have to put in the work to get great results. Because now, if your children are considered the seed of your womb, mothers out there, if your children are considered the seed of your womb, from the moment you conceive that child, you gotta nurture that child from inside of the womb. The moment you conceive, okay, you're gonna get pregnant. Guess what happened? Now you gotta even change your diet. You gotta go to the doctor. You gotta exercise. You gotta do this. You gotta move. You gotta take your vitamins. You gotta do all of this. Why? No, you're nurturing the very seed that God put inside of our body. So that is now your seed. Now the child is sitting in there. Why? Now the child is being nourished. Just like your gifts and your talent. You got to nourish your gifts and your talent. We are nourishing that baby in our womb. That baby is growing. Now we got to go for our doctor's checkup. You go, you have 3. First trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. First trimester, you got to go and you got to get your checkup. GYN doctor like, listen, the baby's growing. I see the baby's forming, baby. Good. You start doing sonogram. You start seeing how the baby is forming because you start following the routine. You start being consistent going to the doctor. You start being consistent eating correctly. You start being consistent moving, exercising. You start being consistent saying, oh, I can't do all of that. You limit what you normally would do. You start being consistent. And it is the same thing as our gifts. It's the same thing. We got to tap in and nurture the very gifts that we have inside of us. Now the child start growing. The child start getting bigger. The child does start not getting bigger because the child is getting bigger because we are nourishing the unborn child. That's the reason why the child is growing. The seed is growing when we start nourishing it, we start watering it, we start putting it in the sunlight, we start tilling the ground, we start doing all these things. It's the same concept. It is the same concept, people. Get in there. Get in there. We all know what we are passionate about. I don't care who you are. Everyone know what they're passionate about. Everybody. When I say passionate, simply mean you like to do something. You like to do something. Me, I like to write. As a result, what happened? I got 3 books. I like to write. I like to write. So every last one of you on here, you know what is it that you like to do. And when you like to do something, when you call your passion, you do it so much that you're not even thinking about the money. You're doing it so much that it put a drive in you. It stimulates your brain. It gets you excited, like, yes. So if you get to do this, do this every day, it's like you get so excited. That is called your passion. You're passionate about something. Do it. It get in there. That seed is sitting there. Your passion is there. Be passionate about that seed. And what we're going to do, we are going to forget that fear is there, but we are going to use faith and we are going to watch the seed grow. Because what happened when we watch the seed grow, when we till the ground, when we water the ground, nice and the sunlight come down, we expect a harvest. Who said that? Cheryl said that. We expect a harvest, and what we put in the work to get great result. And how we going to get great result? We want a little more reward than what we are standing here with today. Right? We want a little bit more reward. So when we plant something, we expect a bigger reward than when we just planted. Because now we planted a little seed. Now we expect a harvest. Now we expect a whole tree, a tree producing limbs and fruits. So we must always have the expectation that when we plant something, it's going to be bigger. So we must come to a place where we have restoration to get great results. We want to have restoration so we can reap. Yes, yes. We want to have restoration so we can get great results. We want to have restoration so we can reap that which we sow. When we put that in and we put it in, here goes a tiny, tiny seed. This seed is as tiny as can be. A tiny seed. And what we expect, we're going to expand our mind. So let us create a space for expansion. We're going to expand our mind to receive a harvest. Why? Now the harvest is bigger than the seed. Everybody following? You following? Yes, you're following. Put yes in the comment that you are following. The little seed that we plant, we must create a space for expansion, because the little seed that we plant, we are not going to get that little seed back. Let us understand this. When one person can plant a seed, I could plant a seed in you, but somebody is going to come water it, or you got to do something. I planted, you watered. I planted, Sharon watered. I planted, Sharon watered. I planted, Paulette watered. Somebody out there, anybody out there that you need a little seed, you need a little cultivation on the seed. Listen, you're not alone. Let us understand this mentality that we have. Sometimes we think that we are alone, and sometimes we are so selfish. We are not alone. We are not alone at no point. Yes, the harvest is bigger than the seed at all times, Paulette, at all time. The harvest is bigger than the seed. You are not going to plant a seed and get back a seed. I'm going to say this again. You are not going to plant a seed and get back a seed. It is always something more than that tiny little seed that you plant. So let me encourage you tonight, go out there and plant a seed. Go out there with expectation, the intention, and your goals, and say, this is what I intend to do for the next 2 months. This is what I expect to happen in the next 2 months. These are my goals for the next 2 months, and those are your seed. When you plant those seeds, you will see that the harvest is bigger than what you plant. In the process, I would like to encourage you, don't you give up. Don't you ever give up on that seed that you plant. Believe me, like I mentioned before, newbies, I'm from a farmer's background, and if my parents had given up on everything that they planted, I would not be sitting here being your host. Absolutely not. I would not be the one being your host right now talking to you, because what? They till the ground, they watch, they produce, the seed grow, they have carrots, they have this, they have all sort of things. And what happened? Here goes a result. Here goes a result of what they planted. Not only that they planted a literal seed, but they planted in me. They taught me well, and that's why I'm your host today. So let us plant, and let us expect, and let us intend, and let us set our goals that we are going to reap from the harvest. We cannot reap from a harvest that we did not plant. Let us not try to reap from somebody else's harvest if we did not help with the process. Do not sit there and try to take from somebody else's harvest. It is called a scavenger mentality. It is called stealing when we are doing that. But once we plant something, I want to say to you, do not give up. If you don't see a seed sprouted up in time, it will. If you continue to cultivate the land. Continue to cultivate the ground. And when you continue to cultivate the ground is your heart. Let us operate from our heart space, that whatever we are getting back, it is going to be rewarded. Whatever we're getting back, we're going to reap exactly what we sow. And we hear this all the time, you reap what you sow. And that is in every essence, you reap what you sow. So I would like to encourage you tonight to get out there, plant those seeds, set your goals, set your intention. But most of all, know that expect more than what you plant. Take action into the very seed that is planted. and expect the harvest. Harvest is coming. Harvest is coming, and the only way we can participate in the harvest is because we had planted the seed and we did the work. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in into tonight's episode as we peel off from the prune. We are pruning because when we use prune, we use it as a farmer term as well. We are pruning. We are pruning. So it's like you're pulling out the weeds and all the little bad herbs. We're pruning the prune tonight so we can start and operate from the core level. So I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's episode. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Don't forget, your seed is yours. It's not mine. Your seed is personalized. Bye.